The next stop is On the Radar Radio.
Stand clear of the closing doors, please.
Yes, sir, baby. On the Radar Radio. Yo, special guest in the building. OSE in the building. Welcome.
Thank you.
Great freestyle today.
Thanks. I appreciate
Killed
it.
that shit. How you feeling?
I feel good. Blessed and highly favored. You know.
Yes. I feel like I see you like once every couple months, but I know you be traveling a lot, right?
Yeah, I
Do you live over here now or no?
No, I'm still in Toronto.
Okay.
Still in Toronto. Yeah.
Born and raised?
No. I was born in Nigeria.
Okay.
And then I lived in Manitoba for a little bit. And then I went to the DMV for a little bit. And then I started living in
Where's
Toronto.
Manitoba?
Man-
Did I say that right? Okay.
Manitoba.
Manitoba.
There's a B in it.
Oh, there's a B in it. Okay.
Manitoba.
Manitoba.
Yes, it's a different province.
Where?
Canada.
Oh, in Canada. See, I don't know shit about Canada. I know Toronto, I know Montreal, and that's it. That's all I know.
I know. That's usually all people know.
And what's the other one? On the towards the right. I used to have a friend who lived out there.
Towards the
Huh? What'd you say,
Alberta?
Rob? Well, Vancouver. Yeah, Vancouver.
British Columbia?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
Might be.
I'm getting the hang of it. The more
You
Canadian,
learning. It's okay.
The more Canadian artists I have on the show, the better I'm getting at it.
Mm-hmm.
So you spent a little time in the DMV.
Yes.
How long?
Not long. Maybe like 4 months.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, 5 months. Around that.
That's not a lot. So
Yeah.
then how old were you when you first started like staying in Canada?
8
8. Okay.
I
So
was
you
8,
spent the
yeah.
rest of your life up until now
Yes.
in Canada.
in Canada.
So how'd you first start getting into music?
How did I first start? Well, music was played a lot around my house. My dad was like super into like jazz instrumentals and stuff. My mom was more, like gospel, R&B. And then like as I started to grow up, I kind of just started to, discover stuff on my own. And that's when I got into more of like the Mariah Careys, the Brandys of the world, that kind of stuff, just exploring more on my own.
Now, were you ever in like choirs growing up?
Oh yeah, for
Like
sure.
church choirs,
Yeah.
something like that?
Yeah, I grew up in the church. That's
I was
where
about
it all
to say, because
started.
your mom loving gospel
Oh,
music,
yeah.
I see where that came from too.
Yeah, she was what's the word? Like the MD for the
Okay,
choir.
got you.
Yeah.
So she was like your boss kind of at the time.
Not my boss, because I wasn't at the time I wasn't old enough to be in like the adult choir.
Okay.
But I would go with her to like practice and stuff like that
Okay.
to kind of just see what was going on.
So that's where the core of everything, where everything first
Yes,
began.
church and just my upbringing.
So who were you listening to then when you on your own time, like not with your parents?
on my
You
own
said Mariah.
time?
You said Mariah.
Yeah, Mariah, Brandy, definitely Whitney, because my mom was playing that a lot around the house. More like new age artists
Okay.
too, like like the Hers and the Summers. Oh, Faith Evans was a big one too. Mary J. Blige as well. Alicia Keys.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do people ever tell you look a little bit like Mary too?
People tell me I look like different people.
What do you get a lot?
I've gotten Brandy.
Okay.
I've gotten
I see it. Yeah.
yeah, that's my twin.
Yeah. That's
I've
your
got I've gotten Megan
Okay.
the Stallion. I've gotten Zanique as
Zanique,
well.
Okay.
That's
It's just like a familiar
Usually-
face. That's that's
yeah,
why.
probably.
So when you first started working with like Levens over here, shout out Levens in the building, right?
L.
How do you meet?
That's-
How do you meet? How do you meet this nice young man from Bumblefuck, Long Island?
Believe it or not, Clubhouse.
Clubhouse. Okay.
Clubhouse. Yeah, that's where it all started, through Jeff Robinson. He connected us, and it's been history ever since.
Was this during the pandemic or was this like
Yes.
more recently? Okay.
This was during the pandemic.
All right.
yeah.
Because I definitely was just cracking jokes about Clubhouse.
Yeah, you were shitting on Clubhouse.
Well, no, because I feel like Clubhouse was cool. I even didn't want to join during the pandemic. I'm like, I'm just gonna get on here and bullshit all day with people, and that's exactly what I did for like 2 days. And I'm like, why?
For
am
2
I,
days?
Yeah, I was like, why am I on this app? I'm like, I'm wasting my time on this app.
So how long did you have it?
It's like still on my phone, but I haven't been. Wait, is it still on my phone? Actually, let me see if it's still on my phone. I feel like I definitely deleted it because I was like, why do I have this? Oh yeah, it's definitely still on my phone,
Yeah.
but I haven't signed on to the app probably in like a couple months.
Oh, okay.
Cause like every now and then I feel like I go back on it. I'm like, I wonder what's going on Clubhouse, and then I go on Clubhouse.
Ain't
I'm like,
nothing going on.
I'm like,
on
oh
Clubhouse.
look. I'm like, oh look, bullshit again.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Like
you ain't missing nothing. I promise you.
Whack 100 yelling at somebody on Clubhouse, or you know what I'm saying? Like it used to be fun when like Joe Budden would have his rooms and Joe Budden was wildin', but then it got kind of boring. And I'm just like, all right, I don't know. But like it's good that like it helped you meet like you two connect because I think
Yeah.
that's pretty tough.
For sure.
Because like he's been doing a lot of production stuff for you and helping you out on like kind of like the business side of the music too,
Mhm.
right?
Yeah. A lot of that. Shout outs to L.
Shout out to L.
Shout out to L.
He might be leaking some of my freestyles, but you know what? I guess we cool now. So how long have you been like seriously releasing music for?
2 years
2
since
years.
2020.
2 years now.
Yeah.
So what was like the spark that like they put the hoop like what was the battery that got put in your back to finally start taking this seriously and actually try to make it a career?
Honestly, cause my dad's mom,
Okay.
she made music growing up, but like, you know, obviously it was back then in Nigeria and stuff like that. Like
Yep.
nobody really believed that like music was a career, like it's not viable or anything like
Right.
that. So, you know, she had her own band and stuff like that.
Oh,
She
wow.
was like making records, like doing like little tours around her village or and whatnot. But she just never had the opportunity to really, you know, tap into that world and like expand. So just
Gotcha.
like hearing her stories growing up, like once I got to a point where I felt like I was ready to really start tackling this, I was like, yeah, I need to. Like
Mm,
it's a must.
right. And then
Yeah.
you released your first song.
Yes.
How did you feel like the release went? How did you feel people took it? Or how did you
Man,
like it?
I loved the song. I didn't expect to get as much love as I got, really.
Okay.
Because you know, it was just very spontaneous the way I went about it. I kind of just booked a studio session. My mom came with me. Me and the producer made the record. But it did extremely well with zero budget. Made it onto a major radio station back in Toronto. What was before G98.7, but now it's Flow 98. But yeah, it got a lot of love. It got a lot of support.
That's fire. So right now we got like a little 2-pack out,
Yes.
right? So what are your current plans for? Well, we're ending the year, but when we're recording this, what are your current plans for 2023? What are you looking to do?
2023. I got a couple more singles up my sleeve. Hopefully, I'll be able to put out my debut EP by then. Still being determined. Still a lot of things in the works, but definitely a lot more music, a lot more
Right.
shows. I also have a remix for Perfect Timing coming out with with Tiara Thomas on it.
Fire.
Yeah, and Roanne. I don't know if you know who Roanne.
I don't know Roman, but I know Tiara
Yeah,
Thomas.
but she's really dope. R&B artist from Cali. She's super dope.
Fire. How'd you link up with them?
Tiara was through Jeff Robinson,
Okay.
and then Roanne was through social media, Hustle Simmons. You know, just Clubhouse connections.
Clubhouse again.
Clubhouse connections again.
Clubhouse connections again. It was
Yeah.
funny because like when I saw you release the Hurt Bass song, it brought me all the way back to that time when that video went viral of the two people of the Hurt
Yeah.
Bass thing.
Funny enough, the title for it actually, LJ was the one that came up for the
Really?
title
good,
of the
man.
song.
It's
Yeah.
good because like when I was listening to it, I was looking at the time, I'm like, oh yeah, this brings me back to like that video.
Yeah, that's exactly what we wanted to get at, and that's what the whole premise of the song is too, right? Just being hurt.
Right, just being hurt. Was
Yeah.
that came from like a real personal place for you?
Yes.
Do you feel like are a lot of your songs like that? You know what I'm saying? Like in a sense of like, do you feel like you're letting people too much into like your personal life sometimes with your music?
No, because I still like to let people in enough to where, you know, they at least know that I go through the same things as you. You know what
Yeah,
I mean?
right.
As much as I am, you know, here, like I can bring myself down to relate to people, you know what I mean? We all go through the same things. We're all young people, we're all growing and discovering ourselves. At the same time, there is still that like, you know, little mystery aspect I like to leave to things, like to the imagination with my
Right.
lyrics and stuff like that.
Or
So,
just for you to know?
yeah, just for me to know, you know what I mean? Everybody don't need to.
Everybody don't need to know everything.
Don't need to know, you know.
Don't need to know everything. So we got the debut EP on the way. I thought he was raising his hand to say
Yeah,
something. So we got the debut EP on the way.
Yes.
What else are you kind of working on next year? What else you hope to accomplish by the end of 2023?
I want to tour.
Mm.
For sure. I want to tour and just do a lot more live performances.
Okay.
I would say, because I love being on stage and just interacting with people and touching the hands. You know what I mean?
Mm.
Because for a long time we were locked up, and so now that we outside, it's like, you know,
Right.
take advantage of it.
And Canada's restrictions were crazy.
Oh yeah, they were, but you know, we are let loose now. So yeah.
Fire. Well,
That's
the
the
debut
goal,
EP is on the way.
Yes.
The 2-pack is out now. The remix is on the way.
Yes.
before we get out of here and we let them watch your freestyle, let them know where they can follow you at. Anything else you want to let your fans know? Now is the time to do it.
Yes.
This camera right here.
All right, guys. So if you want to check me out, social media, everything, Instagram, TikTok, Twitter, you name it. It's the official OSE. That's the official OSE. If you want to listen to my music, it's on all streaming platforms: Apple, Spotify, YouTube, Deezer, Pandora, SoundCloud, you name it. Make sure y'all check it out. Check out Perfect Timing. Make sure you guys look out for that remix too.
There you go. Well, make sure you look out for that remix. Make sure you go follow her. Go run up the freestyle out now. Go run up everything she has out now. Go show her some love. Go show her some support. Love is free, support is free. But y'all already knew that. Till next time, OSE on the radar. Canada, Nigeria, we out. Boom. Perfect. That was great. You feel good about that?